Okay, suppose I want to graph a function in polar coordinates. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in what it is I might want to graph. So maybe I want to graph f of x is equal to the cosine of 3x. So that just gives me the regular old Cartesian graph. So I'm just going to hide this. So I'm going to come up and right click, don't show the object. So now to type the polar equation, I'm going to use the curve command, and I need to parameterize it. So I'm parameterizing it with the x is equal to r cos theta. So I need to do f of theta. I'm trying to remember how I do theta on here. T, f of t. Okay, and then cosine of t. And then my y is going to be f of t sine t. Okay, got an extra parenthesis in there. Sine t. And then my parameter value is t, my start value is 0, and my end value is 2 pi. And now when I graph it, I get my curve. It's a little bit small, so I'm going to edit that. I'm going to make this equal to 3. Okay, there we go. So now let's try something else. So let's put in a sine function. So I'm going to say g of x is equal to the sine of, I don't know, let's do 5x. All right. Again, I don't want to see that. It's ugly. So I'm going to hide that. And then I'm going to do my curve. All right. It's when you click on this, it just kind of sets it all up for you so you can remember it. So I have, again, this case it's going to be, and I'm going to make it big also, so we'll make it 5 g of t cos t, 5 g of t sine t. T is my parameter, starting at 0, ending at 2 pi. And there's another thing. Now, I look at these cosines and I'm like, it'd be nice if they were shifted just a little bit. So maybe what I'm going to do here is make this 3 cosine of x minus pi over 6. Let's see if that makes it prettier. X minus pi over 6. I have an extra parenthesis I need to get rid of there. Ooh, that's really scribbly. I don't know what I did. That's something weird. Oh, because I have an extra x in there. Well, that's kind of interesting, but I think I don't like it, so I'm going to get rid of that other x. Oh, I got rid of the whole thing. F of x is equal to the cosine of parentheses 3 x minus pi over 6. There we go. That's a little bit prettier. And then I can change the color of these just so I can see them better. Object properties, go to color, pick your color. All right. If I want to figure out where things intersect to try to find regions, then what's sometimes helpful to do is to just throw in your lines. So if I did, for example, tangent of pi over 4x, I can see where the line for pi over 4 is. If I do tangent of pi over 6x, I can see where that line is. It just gives me a sense of where these things are intersecting each other. I can also set them equal to each other to figure it out. So, and I like to put my lines in yellow because then they're light. And if you look, I've got another line in here, so I'm just going to click on that and make it yellow too. And there we go. So, play around, have fun, create something beautiful, and you're trying to stay in between a circle of around radius 6, 36. So your design in there. All right, have fun.